Well, happy Father's Day, everyone, to just about everybody except Aegon. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek to cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, House of the Dragon Season 2 premiere. And before I end up going on a diatribe, Will, your thoughts pertaining to House of the Dragons and their opening episode.
I'm about to lose my mind. All right, this episode was absolutely ridiculous in terms of build up. They set the stage beautifully from the last season. Small recap. We already know people got dead, dragons got bit. Bodies fell. People are sad. Green versus black. It's a lot. But the fact that this episode just went straight for the gullet in its last few seconds blows my mind. I don't know what I don't know what Damon. I don't know what he's on. Again, he's always been on one, but he's definitely on one this season because again, a lot is left open ended. Um, yeah, I don't know. Alicent, she needs help. Like she needs to stop dipping into pots
The
that
King's
she don't need
Guard.
to be dipping into because she causing a bunch of problems and people aren't able to pay attention to what's happening as far as family's concerned. Uh, Aegon is trying to do the right thing, but he keeps getting undercut by Otto and his mother, and nobody's kind of letting him be him. And then old Clubfoot there is I can't remember his name, so sorry for lack of return. I think that he mentioned one time, but he's setting up something. He's a major player. I don't know, man. Like this, if y'all read the books, y'all know what's coming. I don't. I don't at all, and I'm still stunned right now. Aegon lost a kid, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Well, the thing that book readers will avidly point out, I'm sure, is the mention of blood and cheese. And the mention of blood and cheese are the two that went in and did the job. Originally, though, they're just mercenaries for hire in the book, straight up. But as the show kind of pointed or at least alluded for us to, at least one of the brothers was a member of the guard, which was an interesting change that they decided to make for whatever reason, whether it made the accessing the castle easier or just getting by everybody, whatever the case may be, to have everyone just basically stand down and allow these two men to frolic through the castle as they did and go about their business in the manner in which they did and handle everything going on. All of our hearts, whether you're a book reader or not, are with Helena. She had to make the impossible choice for a parent to have to make. And ultimately, she did end up sacrificing her firstborn in order for the other child to live. And part of you has to think on some instinctual level that these are, in fact, Aegon's kids. And probably in her mind, which helped make the decision for her, is the fact she probably saw a lot of Aegon in her firstborn. It didn't necessarily want her child to end up like daddy did, which is still an impossible decision and is still a tough rationale to take. But at this moment in time, I don't know how else to go about things. Things have gone from 0 to 100 fairly quickly. Daemon has always been a loose cannon, but for him to be firing off this rapidly is tough, and it's not the right decision. He was given a very clear cut directive and motive. This is for Aemond. This was to take out the person who took out Rhaenyra's son. And for things to get this sloppy, this soon, a son for a son is going to make the whole Targaryen line go missing. And they're doing a great job of setting up what is going to be entailed for next episode. Is there anything pertaining to this episode we really missed that we need to cover? Because I'm still a little bit in shock as well, even though I kind of had a precursor of where we were headed.
I mean, the fact is that pieces of the dragon were found. They got ate up. Freaking no body to be seen. No, again, everybody's telling me, oh, he's dead and stuff like that. Again, and man, if I don't see a body, stuff like that, I need confirmation of death. Show me some arms, freaking head, something that lets me know that there's death. Because I got to go back and watch it. I don't think it was clear cut for me.
Those were his clothes. Those were what he was wearing, unless he somehow dove out of it at the very last second, and
That's what I'm
that's
saying. Like,
completely
there's
gone.
no body, there's no bones in it, there's no nothing. Like, it's just a
And
cloak.
again, this is Westeros. When you die, that's it. Unless you're Jon Snow. Once
Exactly.
once
See,
you're
so
once you're at,
there's a 1% chance.
he's the prophecy. This kid ain't that.
Give me a prophecy. So that the brothers still got beef. Again, trying to figure that out. So that's a whole issue. Again, Allison keeps messing around with freaking little boy, and that's part of the problem they had. Like, he's supposed to be protecting the family, right? That's his job.
That's his whole job.
That's his full job, is protecting the family. He's too busy getting his
Clapping
stuff wet
cheeks.
that he's not paying attention to anything else supposed to be going on. He doesn't have guards posted where they should be for the family and stuff like that. And somebody's just easily able to walk in, take out your kid, and freaking go, and nothing is done because the person who had to witness everything had to come in and just see you slapping cheeks. And you weren't nowhere to be found when they needed you. That pisses me off to no end. It's like, I want him dead. Like, he annoys me that much. And Allison, the fact that she's still feeding into it, she need to go too. Like, I'm sick of all of them.
Yeah, it's been a very tumultuous episode, just to say the least. And I'm sure people are just as passionate about this episode as you are. Because Cole is definitely someone that you weren't rooting for after season one. Season two is not making it any better. And then Allison has gotten into bed, literally and metaphorically, with all of the wrong people, and has continued to follow the path that her father Otto set. Will the gentleman, when I'm using that term as exceptionally loosely as possible, with the metal foot, be able to ultimately dethrone Otto as the hand of the king? Who knows? There's a lot of pieces in play. There's a lot to break down. I'm sure next week we're going to cover a lot of councils. We're going to cover a lot of speculation, and we're going to finally put everybody on the board officially for who's going to be where and set up all of our big battles. The only question is, will we be emotionally ready by then to continue on with next season?
No, I don't know. Like, I'm reeling from this, so that so it just doesn't, like, oh, so many things. Again, it's a show. Like, I get it. It's a show. It's fantasy, stuff like that. But it's just like common sense did not prevail here, and the sales force is
Revenge
stupid.
prevailed.
Freaking doing stuff that they don't need to be doing. Like, how much gold is it worth for you to go kill a freaking prince? Like, how much gold is it worth to have a bounty on your head? Because
I'm sure they were promised immunity once the job was
this is
finished.
Westeros. You will be found out.
But
I
if
don't
you
think
stay on the
anybody
right
has gotten away
side,
with
you'll
it.
be fine. Ultimately, there's a lot for us to break down. Will's going to need some therapy before next week. My short basically covered that, hey, therapy will be required for this. Be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button, your own version of therapy, by joining the Geek Variants Elite, bottom right corner, or in the description box below. We'll see you next week for some more court ordered therapy with Geek Variants.
More
See
dragons.
you in the next one.